One of the most significant considerations when you contemplate a core banking upgrade or modernization is the implementation team. What must you look for when choosing an implementation partner, and what differentiates a client from a true partner with shared risk to an order giver?
Probably my answer will be a little biased because TCS is its own implementation, does its own implementations, right? So, but nevertheless, I'll give you the answer in two parts, right? The first part is traditionally what do you look for, right, in terms of implementation. And second part is currently where do we see the challenges, or what is it that we actually say for the next generation of core banking that all of us have been speaking about, what is the challenges that we envisage and need to get ready for. See, the current view is, of course, the traditional approach, right, in terms of do you have a solid core team, right, core team in terms of program management, solution architecture, integration specialists, change specialists, all that. What's the core team and what is their pedigree in the sense, have they actually done it before? That is the most important thing. Have they done it before? Both sides, the bank and us. That is number one, right? Number two is, do we treat it as a organizational change management program? It's just not a core banking program. Is it a change management program, be it in terms of communication, training, rollouts, etc.? That is number two. Number three, I think John mentioned it, it's about MVP, right? Where is the MVP? How fast can you get it to test? How fast can you get it to fail? I think that is the most important thing. That is a radically different view, that has really emerged over the last 3-4 years. And the fourth thing that we really look for in partners, because as you operate globally, is the local regulations and local know-how. We don't have that knowledge every country. Where we have scale, we have it. Otherwise, we look for partners who can actually help us in this, right? These are the four traditional ways for looking, for the core banking programs. But there are two new dimensions which really keep us awake, I would say, right? First is, I think like Stuart mentioned, as you move into the microservices world, I'm going to give you a set of Lego blocks. It's not going to be one big core banking engine, right? A set of components or whatever it is, but it's going to be a set of Lego blocks. We have to figure out how do you actually orchestrate them, compose them, how does it actually work in the overall ecosystem. That is going to be a whole different ball game now as you enter into the microservices world, right? And I think there's a lot of thinking to be done on that. We have really not thought through how microservices actually would get implemented, what's the best way for it, right? And the second area where let's be very honest, I think there's a lot of expertise that is required, but I think all of us are falling short is the cloud expertise, right? In terms of when you roll it out, obviously almost everybody is choosing one native platform, be it AWS or Azure or GCP. What is your nativity what is the implementation expertise you have there? So there is a traditional view, and in the new world, cloud expertise as well as microservices rollout is probably the two additional dimensions I would add, right?
Fantastic. Thanks, Arun.